In this video, we're going to see how we can pass parameters using the navigate page instruction. Here, I have a login page with a username field, password field, and a phone number field. When I push the login button, I navigate to a modal called the register modal, in which I have these three fields. To save the users from retyping, what if I wanted to pass the username, password, and phone number from the login view to the register modal view? You could do that by passing the parameters to a view using Graphite Studio. Let's see how we can do that. I open my project in Graphite Studio. We're going to take a few seconds to review what I've already set up. Here's the login view. It's a very simple login page. It has a display area with the dimension set to width 400. And margin left, auto, right, auto to center it, and since I set the dimension to 400, it centers it, and a background of white. Inside that, I have another display area just to get me a padding of 20 on three sides. Finally, inside that display area, I have a login form, which has a field set with three fields: username, password, and phone number field. In each one of them, I have set the placeholder instead of the label so that I can just get those titles inside the field. I finally have a button called the login button. I've actually set it to full width and large, so you get this kind of an effect. The next view that I want to describe in this project is the register morale view. This view is marked as is modal in the screen settings. The content of this view is pretty straightforward. I have a heading, I have a form with two field sets and a button panel. In the first field set, I have a first name field, a last name field, and an email address field. And in the second field set, I have the three fields that we're going to fill in from the login view: username field, password field, and a phone number field. Finally, I have a button called register button. As you can see, this is how the register modal will look like. Let's go ahead and set everything up for our functionality. The first thing to do is go to the Behaviors tab of the register modal and open up the Onload View behavior. Make OnLoadView receive the three parameters and then set the fields. In order to do that, I'm going to double click the start shape and add the three items that I want to receive from the login view: username of type text, password of type text, and phone number of type text. Once I receive these parameters, the next step is to set the three fields in the register modal with those values. Since I have the view as a variable in my outputs, I can directly access those fields. Username field dot value equals the parameter username. Password field dot value equals password parameter, and the phone number field dot value set to the phone number parameter. That's pretty much what we have to do in the register modal. The next step is to go to the login view and create the navigate instruction to navigate to the register modal on the click of the login button. Here's the login button. As you've seen in prior videos, we can choose the form to submit and set it to the form that contains those three fields. Save, and create the onClick behavior. And to confirm that the star shape has these three fields passed in. Now, if we were just simply to navigate to the register modal without passing any parameters, we would directly add the navigate page instruction. However, I'm going to add the set parameter shape to create the parameters that we have passed to the register modal. Here, I choose the register modal, and I choose the onload view behavior, which shows me the parameters that the register modal is expecting. And I'm going to create a variable that will contain these register modal load parameters. I'm going to name it register modal load parameters, and I'm going to set the parameters to the fields that we were passed to on this onClick behavior. And click OK. Now, I'm going to add the page instruction to navigate to the register modal. Choose Navigate, Show View, choose Register Modal, and then I'm going to pass the parameters here. Click OK, add the end shape. We will now build the project. As you can see, we have now passed the parameters from one view to another.